Is Old School Runescape worth playing, or is it dying? I get this question a lot, especially from people who are looking to start a new MMO and are wondering if Old School Runescape could be that game for them. The answer I always give people is that Old School Runescape is far from dying, and it is in fact one of the most worthwhile MMOs to play at the moment. For those of you who are shocked by that statement, please listen to the video and hear me out. But before you listen, I'd like to say that I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of June by releasing 21 videos in 21 days. So if you like video 1 of this series, it would mean so much to me if you could go down below and subscribe and make my dreams come true. Now on to the video. Old School RuneScape is the only MMO I have ever played where players not only get to play the game but decide its fate. Every change to the game is polled and decided on by the players. The developers rarely ever take action alone, and they are commonly asking players what they want to see developed and voted on next. It is because of this player-driven interaction that OSRS is the only MMO I know of that has had consistent growth for not 1, 2, 3 or 4, but 5 years in a row. This is crucial for 2 reasons. The first is that most MMOs typically over time lose players as they become less interested in the game and its updates. This phenomenon means that MMO player bases oftentimes have to pack it up and pick a new game, abandoning accounts they've put thousands of hours into. However, Jagex and OSRS, due to the amazing quests, PVMing, skilling, and PvPing updates OSRS frequently has put out, has truly found an amazing way to continue to expand its player base and cement the idea that it's going to be here for a long time, meaning your progress and achievements will have longevity to them because OSRS does not seem to be dying anytime soon. The second reason this is important is that it dispels the once preconceived notion about Old School RuneScape. You see, most people think of Old School RuneScape as this small, old-fashioned game that maybe you or your friend down the street used to play as kids, but no longer is Old School RuneScape that game. You see, Old School RuneScape has evolved far past that. We can see this by reviewing the data I talked about earlier. In 2014, which is 1 year after Old School RuneScape's release, Old School RuneScape had an average of 16,000 concurrent players online, which is nothing. And this active player base fit the preconceived notion most people had about the game. However, just 5 years later, Old School RuneScape now has an average concurrent count of over 80,000 players prior to COVID and more than 130,000 post-COVID. To put that in perspective, Old School RuneScape's active concurrent player base 5 years ago was 1/25th of Vanilla WoW's concurrent player base today, which is around 400,000. However, today, Old School RuneScape is now around 1/3 as big as Vanilla WoW's concurrent player base. This is absolutely absurd growth over time when you think about it. And it should help prove the point that many people are starting to realize, and that is that Old School RuneScape has amazing things to offer and is worth playing if you just give it a try. Additionally, Old School RuneScape has something a lot of MMOs are missing today, and that is amazing free-to-play versions. Meaning, you can try Old School RuneScape with no downside if you don't believe me that it's a great game because you don't have to pay for it. Additionally, Jagex added OSRS Bonds, which is an item that allows players to buy real membership time with in-game gold, meaning as a free-to-play member you can become a member player, which allows you to access the full game without even spending real money. Many members, including myself, haven't paid for the game in months or years, meaning OSRS's full version is essentially free to play for a lot of endgame players, which is absolutely amazing, and it is one of the reasons player retention is so high in the game. In addition to all those amazing things, OSRS also has a super wide range of activities that truly allow everyone to enjoy the game. If you enjoy questing, Old School RuneScape has some of the most immersive questing I've seen in any MMO. If you enjoy skilling, Old School RuneScape has 20 plus skills that take over 2,000 hours to max. If you enjoy PVMing, Old School RuneScape has low, mid, and high tier level monsters with over 30 endgame bosses to tackle, pets to gain, and even raids to complete. If you enjoy PvPing, Oldschool Runescape has multiple different PvP modes like standard PvPing, bounty hunter, last man standing, and entire seasonal game modes like Deadman mode dedicated specifically to PvPing. And when you consider all of this, I think you get to the root cause of why Oldschool RuneScape has become so popular and is so worth playing. And that's because Oldschool RuneScape truly has something there for everyone, no matter what it is. OSRS has it, and more importantly, they have the community there to back you while you do it. And that is what truly makes a great MMO. In conclusion, I think it's Oldschool RuneScape's ability to be unique and shine where all other MMOs fail that makes it probably one of the most worthwhile MMOs to pick up at the time. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video and it encourages you to give Oldschool RuneScape a try. Remember to like and subscribe down below, as it's the only thing keeping me alive on the inside. Look in the description for all the socials such as the Discord, and please come join if you like this video. Also comment if you have any questions or concerns, or you just want to talk about the video. And remember, my name is Jamie and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. I do a good